in the sweatshop, there was only little tiny window, and it was 10 by 10 room. We were 6 people, including one of my cousin. We were just making lots of clothes. That blink, like leaving from village to the city, was the only thing that I had an experience to see things outside. After that, once I got in the sweatshop, that was my world again. I'm feeling like smaller than my village because my room is 10 by 10. And I tell always people that when people like us, when we leave one oppression to just find another freedom, it's like the system is set up like a trap that we go into the next trap. And for me, it was that sweatshop.
So you basically fled forced marriage, or what was coming as forced marriage, and then you just landed into a sweatshop where you were paid only $2 a day. Can you explain to the listeners what the actual working conditions were like and what you would do? What was the schedule? How much were you paid?
Yeah. So, oh my God, it brings me a lot of emotion whenever I talk about this. It just makes my blood boil automatically. I tried very hard, but it just doesn't stop. The sweatshop was very terrible condition. We were working almost 12 to 15 hours a day, and we were getting less than $2 by doing many shift. And if, for example, we have a order of 500 pieces, and if we don't finish that 500 pieces in a week, we will not get paid at all. You have a certain quota, and then you need to finish them, and if you don't finish them on the time, the whole order will be left behind, and if the whole order will be left behind, you are not going to get paid at all. That's when, like, I would be not even receiving that $2, and the sweatshop agent would feed us in that time rotten grapes or the rice with like insects and really horrible diet, to which I tell to people like I was like fed like an animal and worked like machines, like literally. And when you eat rice, just rice, it just makes your blood sugar level fluctuate like on and off, and my body would start to shut down. And then in order to just stay conscious, like the sometime the agent would give us cold water to put into our eyes so we could stay awake, and they would also put really loud music to keep us going. Sometime the agent would also give us a Cadbury chocolate and to tell that you finish this order, please do on time, and then we will give you this Cadbury chocolate. But he gave one or twice, and many times he just lied. I still remember that my sewing machine was much bigger than me, and it was set up on the bigger table, but my chair was so tiny that I had to fold in extra clothes to sit on that so that I could at least reach the machine. So you can imagine how young I was. But one thing about being young is my fingers are like very fast, and it's very, I can do things more faster. Children have so much energies, and especially when they don't have choice and they have been told that you have to do this and you have no other choices and the experience is very limited, you just work so fast. And that was the benefit for the agent. Sometime we would start working from 4 a.m. until 10 p.m. and 11 p.m., and still those pile of clothes would not finish. And that's when I would broke into tears because it was just so hard. I would wish that this will finish now and then I can have some rest, and the rest is just I wanted to go back to sleep. And it was just not possible on the day when we had to deliver the whole order. Like, it wasn't happening that condition every day, but it would happen once in a week or twice in a week where we have to work like 15 to 20 hours to just complete all the quota. And I was not even allowed to talk to anybody, so I started to talk to the shirt I was making, and I would just say that whoever is going to wear these clothes, I hope they can feel me. I hope they can feel my tears and my bloods. And I just wanted to see which type of person is going to wear this. And sometimes I also wish that I supposed to be not human. because those clothes has much freedom than me, because the clothes were moving around from one sweatshop to another sweatshop to eventually to the bigger factories, and then to bigger factories to actually traveling overseas. Whereas me, I was stuck in that 10 by 10 room, and we are eating, working, sleeping, and that's my life. In the sweatshop, we didn't even had a bed. So each night we would put all the clothes and turn that into a bed, and all the machine we would have to put aside every evening because the space was very small.
Alrighty, friends, if you liked what you heard in that little snippet and you feel inspired, make sure to subscribe right here on YouTube and head over onto your favorite podcast player to look for the Impact Everywhere podcast to find more inspirational guests just like this every single week. My name is Benjamin Von Wong, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Stay positive because impact is everywhere.